What's going on, everyone? My name's AJ. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Vans collaboration with Rhude. We got the Acer NISP. I don't know what any of that means. I know the Acer is a computer. I know the SP is a Game Boy. The rest is NI. Sounds like a periodic table element or something. And in this video, we're going to talk about some of the pros, some of the cons, and is it worth the money? So I bought these shoes on the resale market, and the box came a little bit damaged. But nonetheless, it comes in a special box that says Rhude collaboration with Vans, and it's a bright yellow. Then we got the front of the box, which has the Vans logo and the Rhude logo right next to the box tag. The colorway is Rhude Bandana / Neon. If you open the box, it's just a standard Vans box. Comes with this cool tissue paper with the Rhude bandana print that also follows on the shoes on the tissue paper. It's a translucent tissue paper with the Rhude bandana pattern on it. Some of the other goodies that it comes with is a sticker, the signature Vans sticker that it always comes with, a pair of mustard laces that have a cream color on the end of it, and lastly, the shoe comes with a pair of Rhude laces. Not that it doesn't have manners or anything, it's a Rhude branded lace with a yellow end. Overall, comes with two of these cool laces, a lot of options to make the shoe pop, and that's the packaging. It's damaged already, right? Jeez, how rude of me. So these shoes retailed at $125. It comes with a full canvas, they say it's canvas upper all around with the rubber outsole. The canvas that they call the upper is actually a suede, and it has Rhude embroidered all over the shoe with the Rhude branding and the bandana print. And what I really like about the shoe is that the Rhude branding is very intentionally embroidered throughout the shoe. Whether it be on the back, it's not just kind of all over the place where they're like, oh yeah, we should embroider it here. So I'm looking at some of the pictures on their website, and it does look like these panelings and the patterns, just the way that it's cut, is exact within every single shoe. So every shoe is going to look the same. Because I know that sometimes when bandana prints and things like that are on, whether it be like a garment or a shoe, sometimes it's mixed and matched, and there's always like a one of one, not really one of one, but a very unique shoe that someone gets, because no shoe is really the same. And these shoes have a yellow signature Vans off the wall back tab that holds the rubber outsole together like any other Van that you would see. This shoe also has an Ultracush insole that is not the standard Vans insole, but it has a little more padding. It's a little more thick, and I really like it. It's really comfortable. So I could definitely tell that in this shoe they use a lot more premium materials, and it is slightly a little more limited due to the fact that it's a collaboration with a fashion house. And they do have a warning on the bottom of the shoe. Came with this sticker that sometimes you see on other shoes where it says one or more of the components on this product is a dyed material. Then it says leather, textile, canvas, suede, etc. There's a possibility that some color migration may occur during use. I actually agree with that, because I do have some Vans shoes where some of the red, especially if it's a very bright color, I have some red Vans that are suede, and a lot of the red has stained the midsole rubber, or has stained even some of my jeans. So just a quick tip there for anyone that wants to wear something with that label, that warning bleeding label on it. Just be mindful that the color of the shoes may get onto some of your garments, or the midsole itself. So my first impressions of this shoe is that it's very unique. A lot of the materials look quite luxurious, but it is a colorful shoe, and I think that it'll really pop with the right outfit. I think that it would only clash with an outfit if you wore crazy colors, whether it be your top or your bottom, but I personally paired it with a pair of light colored jeans that look muted and a gray t-shirt. You could even wear it with shorts too. I wore some in and out socks with some shorts, and I think they really look dope whether you're out, going out somewhere to a pool party, or if you want to wear them with jeans just for dinner. It looks really clean, and it's definitely an eye catcher, and not a lot of people are going to have the same ones as you when you go out. These are definitely distinctive, and people are definitely going to know that they're Rhude, and hopefully if people ask you, you're not rude, and let them know what they are. So just be nice to people. For those who don't know, Rhude is actually a LA-based fashion house. I started to get more into their clothing. The founder of the brand doesn't like Shake Shack. My friend sent me a tweet where the owner of the brand doesn't like Shake Shack. so that kind of off-put me for a little bit because I like in and out a lot, but you know, just gotta let things go, can't be rude about it, and just wear some Rhude. So it's kind of a mouthful to say this name, the Rhude Acer NISP. Kind of sounds like a new Game Boy that Nintendo's putting out or something, but in all seriousness, this is a great model. It looks like it takes a lot of inspiration from the Authentic, the Vans Authentic, and the Vans Era. Some of the back paneling looks a lot like some of their more premium shoes that they try to put out with more premium materials with all of the paneling. Generally, if you get a standard Vans shoe, there's not as much paneling and cutouts and things like that. And what's also interesting is the sole. The sole is not the typical rubber sole that you're used to getting from Vans. It has this more sleek outsole where the rubber is smooth and flat, yet the standard Vans just have that waffle outsole. And what this outsole reminds me a lot of is the Zapatos del Barco that Vans had in early 2010s. It was more like a casual boat shoe when Vans was trying some lifestyle and casual things that kind of strayed away from skating. Like no one skated the Zapato del Barco or whatever that is called, but leave a comment if you actually like those shoes. Those are some of my favorite shoes. They were so casual at the time, and not a lot of people, well, before they were popular, had them when I was in school, and it was really great. Everyone bonded over those shoes because they were so unique, so different than the skate highs, the old schools, the Authentics, the Eras, because the Authentics and the Eras get slightly mixed up. So I'm going to put the Authentic here, I'm going to put the Era here. You guys find any of the differences? I'll point out some of them. It's just some of the paneling and the stitching and everything, but yeah, the shoe is awesome. I like it a lot. It has a lot of colors, and I think that the color combination is really nice. It looks really soft and really delicate. More of a summer spring colorway, I would say. But I think that the cream laces are a nice touch, especially with the mustard yellow lace ends. So it starts off with a pink panel, then you have an orange panel, you have a green panel, and then on the back you have a purple panel, a blue panel, and the tongue is a lime green, and then throughout it says Rhude or even says Acer. So just make sure this does not mean the computer company Acer. I know that's a computer company, which is weird, but this is something that you probably wouldn't even notice if you first looked at the shoe. Like when I first looked at these shoes, I didn't notice that it said Acer on the side of it, and maybe it's a collaboration with the computer company. It's probably not. I really like the way they look new. It's different because it's not necessarily a skate shoe. A lot of it is skate shoe inspired because Vans is a skateboarding shoe company, but these are essentially just lifestyle shoes. And I really like how luxury brands and luxury fashion houses are collaborating with brands that are obtainable for the masses, so that a lot of people, even though they may not know what Rhude is or only get it for the hype, are exposed to, you know, the brand and higher fashion, not just streetwear, kind of blurring the lines between what high fashion and streetwear is, but also having a lot of influences that inspired these designers, like skateboarding, lifestyle, sports, music, everything. The colors of all the panels, the colors of the laces and the laces that they provided, even just the mindfulness of where they put the Rhude branding and everything, from the box to the tissue paper to the laces to the shoe itself, all come together to make a cohesive shoe that really I think is worth the money. So unfortunately, you cannot get these at retail anymore. These retailed at $125. But as usual, you could get these at, I'm gonna put the stock price up right here again so you guys can see it. So these are a 9.5, and on StockX these are currently $170. If you want to pay, give or take, $60+, I personally think it's worth it. It's almost one of those shoes where you really kind of gotta like it or understand the brand to want to buy it. So for some of the pros, the first pro is that these shoes are extremely unique and extremely interesting. I would say another pro of this shoe is that the shoe looks premium and feels really premium in hand and in person when you look at it. It's a lot more comfortable than typical Vans due to the Ultracush sole. When you're in the city and you have to walk a lot, it really makes a difference, that Ultracush sole. Just the fact that it has a lot more padding and cushioning makes it feel more like a running shoe than a skateboarding shoe. And the way they're collaborated together really shows that it's hopefully a nice partnership, and I'm excited for more Rhude Vans collaboration shoes to come. We got a car going off right now, dude. What time is it? Another thing that I like about this shoe a lot is that it comes with so many different pairs of laces and goodies that if you don't put the Rhude branded laces on these, you could always put them on a general pair of Vans that you have. And I think that adds like a personalized touch to it. So just because the Rhude shoelaces came with this model, you have to wear them with this model necessarily. But you could always be more creative and go outside the box with things. Especially because these are such a wild shoe already. I feel like if you put the Rhude branded laces on here, it would really complement the shoe, just because this is one of those shoes where if you know already that it's a Rhude collaboration with Vans. But I personally like the way it looks right now. So for some of the cons of the shoe, the first con would be that it's a little bit expensive if you were to buy it at resale. But even at retail, I mean, it's a little more expensive, but you could kind of justify it because it is a collaboration with a fashion brand and it is using a little more higher quality than a typical Van shoe. And I guess the other con would just be that it's really hard to find for retail or for a good deal. Maybe you would have to wait a while, but overall I really like the shoe and I don't think there's too many cons. So my verdict on these shoes: would I recommend the Rhude collaboration with Vans Acer NI SP shoe for you? I would give you two answers. So yes, I would recommend this shoe if, one, you're really into fashion or streetwear or kind of Vans or even Rhude, or just want to learn more about Rhude as a brand. And I was really impressed. This is actually one of my first, even though it's not a Rhude necessarily brand piece that came straight from the brand, it's a collaboration. This is my first Rhude piece, and not my first Vans shoe, but you know, I'm really impressed by all the thoughtfulness and everything that I said earlier in the pro section. I would recommend it to someone that also is really into the brand. It's one of those things, almost like with any of the other collaborations that Vans has with Double Taps or, you know, their previous Rhude shoes. It's something where if you know the brands that they're collaborating with, you're more inclined to buy it. Or if you just heard about it because of the hype, you're more inclined to buy it maybe because you want to resell it, or maybe because it's cooler than the typical Vans that just come out on a standard release. These shoes really resonated with me, not only in the pictures, but it looks really, really impressive in person compared to the pictures. And then my second part of the answer is that I would not recommend it if you don't really care about Rhude as a brand, or if you don't really care for this shoe, or if it's too bright for you. I could definitely see how it's off-putting for some others. This shoe did come in a different Vans model where it's all white, and the purpose of that was for the owner of the shoe to actually, you know, tie-dye it or paint it a specific way that they wanted to. In regard to this shoe, I think it's a great shoe. Like I said earlier, I would recommend it if you're really into Rhude and Vans and a lot of their collaborations that they have. But if you're not really interested in it, it's still a great shoe, but I would suggest getting a regular Vans shoe, but with the Comfy Cush. The Comfy Cush is actually, I think, maybe $10 to $15 more, so you're paying maybe $80 or $90 for a Vans shoe with a Comfy Cush sole. So what do you guys think? Are you guys gonna get this shoe? Have you guys tried the Comfy Cush sole? Once again, my name's AJ. Feel free to hit the subscribe button, like, and even comment. See you guys. Peace.